QHK, KG6QHK, standing by.
Whiskey 6 Papa, Echo, standing by for the net.
I can do that. I'm a Bozo Net up here in the high desert, looking for check-in for the Wednesday night Bozo Net. Bozo 831, KG6QHK, high desert, looking for check-in. With Bozo number 6, please. Bozo 831, KG6QHK, high desert, looking for check-in for the Wednesday night Bozo Net. Does anybody want to check in? Bozo number 13. So if you're not available, let us know. We'll get your number and get you one of us. All we need is a call sign. Bozo 831, KG6QHK. We'll try it one more time. I like fishing, the last cast is always a big one. Hello, this is KG6QHK, Bozo 831 up here in the high desert looking for check-ins. Wednesday night Bozo Net, and if you want to check in, Bozo number 6, please. Bozo 831, KG6QHK, back to net control. No, I've been a little bit busy today. Yeah, are you on your vertical? Yeah, it's like winter time up here. I've had the fire going all day long. I'm all bundled up like a frickin' polar bear, and I'm not liking it.
I am on frequency, AA6S. Hello, test 1-2, WA6AJ.
K6MI 711, test.
Hello, John, K6MI, WA6AJ, testing. Hello, John, AA6S.
VP2 and worked them a couple of times. I'm listening on 160 right now.
What'd you say? Bill was in the background. What about, what were you working?
VP2VI, the Expedition. I'm listening for them on 160 right now. Don't hear them, though.
FT8 or sideband?
CW.
Okay. Are they working any other bands?
Oh, yeah, I worked them all over. They're on 7156 sideband right now.
Okay. Go ahead, Bill. I'm gonna I'm gonna go look at 40.
Go to 7156.
Yes, sir.
Where are they located, Mike? Mike.
British Virgin Islands, Caribbean.
No, what beam heading? What direction?
110.
110, okay.
Listening up 10.
They got a good signal, John. K6MI, AA6S.
Yeah, he's S9 or so. He's listening up 10.
Yeah, I don't know how to have to change radios. I'm not even sure this thing will run split. Will the 7300 operate split?
Well, of course.
I've never done it with it. Oh, I see. Split. Okay. It's out of focus on my eyeballs where it sits. And with the preamps off, they're over 9. Mikey.
Give Judy your number, Mr. 800.
Number 800 to Judy. I'm listening to 7156 where John was talking about here with this. Man, these guys are coming in good.
Yeah, no, everybody's sounding good, strong tonight. Good to hear you, Bill. I'm pointed south. I pointed right at you there, kind of looking down south, maybe KB6RQU or N6SWR. How about it, Ben? N6SWR. Let's see if the propagation's any better tonight. K6MYC, over.
Kilo 6, Victor Bravo Golf, 971. Kilo Golf 6, Charlie Echo Fox, 982.
Semi 711.
Oh boy, I got everybody. We got 711, we have 982 and 971. But I did not hear. Let's stand by a second. Let me see if I can hear that weak guy down there in Bakersfield. N6SWR. Go ahead, Ben.
Roger, N6SWR. Hopefully you can hear me. You're a little louder than you were Sunday night.
Yeah, you're sounding pretty good, and it's Bozo 247, right?
Roger, roger.
Okay, very good. Good to hear you. And thanks for being there. I think Rob will be in here shortly. I think he's, was Rob going to pick up his wife at the airport?
Tonight, yes.
Oh, yeah. So he'll probably be a little late because Rob's got to pick his wife up at the airport. She's coming into town, and he's got to be down there to pick her up. So God knows when he'll be home here. Anyway, I think a few others are here. I know Bill is here. Bill, you can say hello to Ben down there if you would, over.
I'm here, KM6SR.
Oh, you're home already. Good deal. Go ahead and say hello to Ben, and then see if Bill can copy him down there.
Okay. How you doing, Ben? N6SWR. I was listening. You're very weak there. I'm going to leave the net probably early to go pick up the wife, so I'll be here probably an hour plus. Over.
Roger. I can hear you talking in there. It sounds like a little multi-tapping with you, but I can't really make out what you're saying, Rob. You're a little under the weather tonight on the signal.
784, we got you checked in.
Rob, you must not be hearing him. He's not hearing you either, Rob. That's okay, Ben. It's just ever since you came back on, it must have moved the antennas or something because you've never been anywhere near like you used to be. So maybe the antennas are more sheltered or something. Anyway, I don't know if Rob had the amp on or not. Did you have the amp on, Rob?
Yeah, QSL. I see it's going. I may not be pointing exactly right for him, but I thought he was talking. But then again, John down there, 831, sounds similar, so I couldn't tell which one was which.
N6SWR, N6SWR, AA6S. Not very strong, but I copy you, Ben. Go ahead. Over.
Roger, KA6S. I hear you loud and clear.
QSL, I'll get out of here. You're only about an S2, so you're not strong like you used to be. I don't know what's going on. 73's Ben, have a good one. N6SWR, AA6S.
Yeah, just a correction, Ben. That's Alpha 6, not Kilo Alpha. America 6 sugar. That's Bill and Visalia there. Anyway, good to hear you. And yeah, the LA boys are coming in and competing with you. You need a little bit more steam or a bigger antenna, Ben. Hi. N6SWR 73 K6MYC.
Roger, N6SWR 73.
KC5 DT is 712.
High Desert, Bozo 831.
I hear 831. Stand by just 10 seconds. John will be right with you. KC5DTU, good evening to you, Kerry. We got your blog. We started to listen to it today, but we got interrupted, so I didn't get a chance to hear. We were listening to one that was about 3 days old first. We were going to catch the...
No, it was yesterday.
Oh, was it yesterday's? Okay. Well, anyway, about that time, Rob came over. And we had to do some cleanup on the logging that Judy is going to do for Rob here. So that got taken care of, but we didn't get a chance to finish out the blog. Anyway, we'll try to get through that tomorrow. Good to hear you, Kerry. KC5DTU, K6MYC in the Bozo Net.
Roger, Mikey. Well, there's more to come, and we'll keep you informed. KC5 DTU.
Yeah, when we're all sure getting tired of hearing about that Maryland man. Oh, that Maryland man, you know, the MS-13 guy. That Maryland man that's been abducted to a prison down in El Salvador. What a shame.
Yeah, poor baby. Yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing him soon. Good evening, Terry. KC5DTU, KM6SRR. I ordered my cat box today, over.
Roger, Roger. You got the info.
Yep, it's on order.
Okay, if you like my daughters, you're going to be a happy man, so good deal.
Looking for chickens for the Southern California Bozo Net.
What does it cost, Rob?
$259, I think, something like that. Anyway, I hear John calling for us, over.
I hear him. He's calling. We'll get you now, John, if you're listening this way. KG6, Uniform Sugar, down there in the high desert. K6MYC, Bozo 47, over.
Yeah, how you doing, Mike? I got you on the list. Thanks for checking in with us. Always appreciate it, brother.
Okay, very good. There are some others. Rob is in here, so Rob, pick it up.
Good evening, John. KG6USS, KM6SRR. Good to hear you there. Do you have any other people wanting to check in with us, over?
I think I'm hearing Pat and a couple other guys pointing up your way there. But anyway, anybody else want to check in with me? And we'll get you on the list down here, too.
My number's 432.
6 Alpha Juliet.
Wow, I had two of you come in there. Alpha Juliet.
Roger, Whiskey Alpha 6, Alpha Juliet 727.
All right, got you on the list for 727. Thanks for checking in. How you doing tonight?
Doing well, John. Thank you for checking me in.
Absolutely, it's always a pleasure. Anybody else want to check in for Sunday or Wednesday night for Southern California at Bozo Net from the high desert?
KG6USS, Able 6 Sugar, AA6 Sierra 800, John, over.
Roger. I heard 800, and I also heard 711. Is that a Roger?
Roger. Able 6 Sugar, Roger. You got a good signal here. Up and down, a little bit of QSB, John. Name is Bill. KG6USS, AA6S, over.
All right, AA6S. So got you on the list there for sure.
QSL, thank you.
All right, anybody else out there in the Central Valley or on the west side over there on the coast? KG6USS 831 here in the high desert.
QSL K6MI 711.
Yeah, 711, I've got you, brother. I heard you come in there earlier there. Always got you logged in there. Copy?
Thank you very much.
I can't wait to get to Vegas, man, because I am definitely going to put my numbers on that.
Okay, anybody else for John down there in the high desert? Delta Mike 14, K6MYC.
WB6ISO, Bozo 86.
Are you hearing him down there, Dennis? Go ahead.
No, not really yet. Pretty light. I was just connecting early check-in this evening, over.
Well, we got your early check-in, 86 for Judy. Anybody else?
Just 160, and that's all we have up here tonight, over.
I'll be darned. Okay, well, we got 160 Kent there. Thanks much, Dennis.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Now over to the Southern California guys down there. WB6ISO, really Northern California.
Whoa, I'm not hearing that guy. Mike, I got 727, 711, and 800 on my side, along with Rob and yourself.
1190.
Anyway, thanks for all your check-ins.
Okay, and I hear 1190 in here. 1190, are you copying a guy down in High Desert, KG6USS, over?
Negative. I'm actually pointed up towards you right now.
Is this John?
Yeah, that's a Roger, KG6QHK, John and Clovis.
Yeah, very good, John. Good evening to you. Thank you. We got your number checked in here. We got you, and we got Dave. We haven't had a chance to see how Dave's doing up there, and Daryl, but we'll get around the loop here in a minute, guys. Very busy here this evening. I think that's about it, John. 70 trees, and we'll see you on Sunday night. If you've got some other stations down there, if Pat's in there, have him call, and we'll exchange numbers with Pat as well. KG6USS and the Southern California Bozo Group, K6MYC, Central California.
All right, right, Mike. Hey, thanks for checking in with me.
KJ6 ZKE 704.
KG6USS up here in the high desert, Bozo 831. We're back to net control on the vertical.
We got you, Terry, I should say. KK6ZKE, good to hear you. Judy Rutsch, you down there? Thanks for giving that Bozo number right off. You were doubling with John down there, but you were stronger, so we got you. Thanks much. And how are you doing?
Doing good, just still doing yard work and such as that.
Well, I got a new saying. You know, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Oh, my saying is, so I pick a garbage can full of weeds a day keeps the doctor away. Over.
Yeah, I got a barrel full of trimming bushes, so I did good.
You probably qualify. Righty. So let's see. Let me get around the loop here. Everybody came in really quickly. How about you, Dave? K6BBG. You didn't get much of a transmission last night, but how you doing tonight? K6MYC in the group. Oh, Dave must have gone back in the house already. Must be getting cold up there. How about you, Daryl? KG6 Charlie Echo Fox, over.
Oh yeah, I'm still here. Oh, nothing much. I put a chuck roast on the barbecue, and I'm kind of keeping an eye on that. And that's about it. We have a surgery date for 1 week from today for my wife.
Yeah, you mentioned that last night, I think, or the night before, but good deal. Sooner the better on those things, of course.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, they're being pretty accommodating. I'm not crazy about having to go to St. Agnes, but oh well.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they'll do a good job there.
I think the doctor will. I just don't like that place.
Yeah, I have had not really the best of luck with St. Agnes in the last few years with my wife down there either, so maybe they've got their head straight. I don't know. Anyway, thanks, Daryl. Good to hear you. And we'll probably see you tomorrow night.
You betcha. Thanks, Mike. Have a good one.
1009.
1009. Good evening, Ron. KJ6TYO, K6MYC. How are you?
Doing good, Mike. Doing good. I just wanted to get in there, and yep, pretty busy tonight, and I could hear that guy out there in the high desert, so that was pretty cool. Anyway, kind of weak, but I could hear him, so I didn't try because I just know I don't have enough to get over the hill. So anyway, I'll let you carry on, and thanks for checking me in, KJ6TYO 1009.
Well, he's only running 100 watts, so if you got 50 or more, you should be all right.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, good to know. Maybe next time.
Yeah, he's got a very good location. He doesn't have the best set of ears in the world. I don't know whether he has local noise or what. It's not his ears physically. It's his location. Sometimes he doesn't hear as good as he should, but that just goes with the territory when you're down there in suburbia. Over.
Yep, that is true.
Anyway, good to hear you. And hopefully tomorrow night, too. Is that a chance?
Yeah, I'm going to give it a shot.
All righty. AJ6TYO, anybody else for the Bozo Net while we're pointed down towards the Southland? KB6RQU. Let's see. I did hear Mike in here. We'll get it back over to you, Mike. Hang on a second. And then we have a couple of others, perhaps. Let's see. Anybody else for the Bozo Net? K6MYC.
Anybody a long time for Patty?
Okay, Mike, WA6AAJ. I guess you were down at the Visalia convention with the gang. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was kind of light, I should say, as far as people. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Got to meet Tom, had lunch with him and Bill, and all was good.
Okay, I take it you didn't want to check in with John down there at USS?
Oh, I already did.
Oh, did you? Okay, I wasn't sure whether you got him ready. Or I'm not trying to keep anybody away, so if you guys want to work John when I'm piddling around here trying to find people to have him get numbers from, don't hesitate to just make noise, even if I don't call you in. Okay. Good to hear you, Mike, and of course we'll see you tomorrow night, no question, I'm sure. 727, I think you got it. Okay, yeah, we had him earlier. I just wanted to go back to him. I haven't heard Dane yet tonight, but Dane will probably pop in here before too long. Ken, I should say Frank is probably around somewhere. I don't know whether he's going to get out here tonight. He's still suffering a little bit from the tooth pull, but he should be checking in. If not tonight, he'll check in tomorrow night. And we'll get our full complement of course golders back in here again. Okay, anybody else? And Mike, Bill, if you're there, we should go over to Atascadero in a minute. If nobody else calls in, we'll go to Atascadero and see if we can get Ron. I could not hear Ron last night, and even you said his signals were weak, so I wonder if something happened. Hopefully it'll be better tonight on 2 meters. I don't have any trouble with him on 2. I hear him fine. K6MYC Bozo Net, 2 meters, looking for more check-ins in the San Joaquin or anywhere, over.
226 is here.
Hey, there he is. Hi, Ken.
India, Southern California. Yeah, good evening, WA60IB with a bunch of voices in the background.
Yeah, there's Southern California down there. Who was that? Go ahead.
This is Kilo, November 6th, Sierra Hotel India, Bozo 998, Southern Cal Net Controller.
Okay, I missed the Bozo number 98, but I didn't get all of the numbers. K6SHI, K6 Sierra Hotel India. Give me the Bozo number again, please, again.
I think that was Kilo November 6th, wasn't it?
Yeah, it might have been. Did you hear his Bozo number?
I did. I heard it, but I didn't trap it. Sorry. WA60IB. KN6SHI, WA60IB.
998, I think.
Did he come back to you, Ken?
Oh, I don't know. Rob was in there.
Well, I think it's 998, so we'll put 998 down there. That's what I heard. I heard 98. I just didn't hear the first 9.
That's QSL, KM6SHI, number 998. That's Dale down there, KM6SR.
Okay, thank you. All right, anyway, good evening, Ken. Good to hear you. We've already had the high desert in here looking for check-in, so you missed that window, but maybe you can say hello to Ron. We're going to go to Atascadero now. WA60IB in the group, K6MYC.
WB6, Cherry.
Okay, give Judy your number, Dane.
107.
She's got it, and how are you tonight? We were looking for you earlier, but I'm glad you're in here.
Oh, everything's fine. I was just in the midst of dinner, and I thought, gee, it's only 15 till, so therefore I would be early.
And you are. I'm still pointed to the Southland, but you're pretty good signal tonight. When you run the 991, it's better. Copy, over.
Yeah, I'm running it at 50 watts, and according to the S meter, you're an S9, so you know how it goes. I keep thinking that I would like to put an analog meter on this, just because I like the feel that they come up with better than the digital.
You want to put the what on it?
I want to put an analog S meter on this radio. I like the feel of the analog better than the digital. I don't hear something at all.
Did we hear you, Pat? Was that you, 58, W6PMD, K6MYC, over?
Yeah, K6MYC, W6PMD, got you there, Mike, Bozo 58 here.
Yeah, QSL, Pat, good to hear you. Not real strong tonight, but there is QSB. You'll probably come roaring up here in a minute. We got your 58. We've already talked to John. We gave him our 47. Let me pass you around and see who else is copying you. Anybody else want to say hello to Pat, W6 Papa Mike Delta? Go ahead, please.
Hello, Pat. W6PMD, WA6 Oscar India Bravo here.
Yeah, good evening there, Rob. 432, we got you logged in there. I think John got you too. Sounds good. You're real strong. You're about S8 tonight.
Good evening, Pat. W6PMD. This is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo, number 432. Over.
432, gotcha. I thought that was you I just heard. Who else was that in there? Rob, I got you. You're strong.
I think he's talking local.
Oh, okay, I see. All right. Anybody else? Central Valley wants to make the communication down here. This is W6PMB, Bozo 58, Galvin Hills near Riverside.
Go ahead now, Ken.
W6PMD, WA60IB 226.
Nah, 226. Good to hear you, Ken. It's been a while since we've talked. Things okay at your house?
Yeah, well, we're competing with your local guys, I know. So anyway, good to hear you, Pat. Good to hear you. WA60IB. All right. Good night. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, I checked in with him. I'm good. Thank you, Ken. Okay, Mike.
Anybody else for Pat down there in Delta Mike 13? All quiet, Pat, 7-3. See you Sunday. See you Sunday. Tree. Boy, he's light right at the moment. Man, oh man. Okay, let's see. Before we go to Atascadero, anybody else here? K6MYC.
Whiskey 6, Papa Echo.
There's W6 Papa Echo off the backside. Good evening, Mike. W6PE. You better give Judy your number, over.
Okay, number is 620-620.
620, we got you. And I'm sorry I didn't get back with you the other night. We had so many people checking in. And I forgot to get it back up your way. My apologies. I thought about it. I was laying in bed and I said, oh, crap. I forgot to get back to Mike. Woke Judy up. Anyway, sorry about that. Stick around and we'll talk with you further when I get around in your direction. You're a little bit light this way, over.
432, okay, yep.
727,
711. Had to bed early. I'm up early, so a little and after 9 I went to bed. Then anyway.
Okay. Hang in there. We'll be around your way in a minute. You're not competing well with the Los Angeles guys. They're stronger than you are off the back, over.
Understand.
Okay, I think it's a Atascadero time, but here we go. K6MYC going to toward 211 at Atascadero.
W6QUI, 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 AA6S.
I don't hear him. W6QUI, Atascadero, K6MYC, and the gang. Go ahead. Now, this must be one of those Wednesday nights that he doesn't make. I think it's the first and third Wednesday he doesn't check in, but what is this one? This is the third Wednesday. There you are. I guess we won't have Ron in here tonight. Is there anybody else that wants to check in while I'm pointed toward the coast? Okay, I don't hear him. Looks like he's off doing his other things there, Bill.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything, Mike. I called him, didn't hear anything. A6NYC, Mikey, I didn't hear anything. AA6S. I'm pointed towards Tom right now. I don't see anything there anyway. Anyway, K6NYC, AA6S.
Yeah, give Tom a call. Go ahead, give Tom a call. I don't think Bill can hear me pointed this way. KW6 Sugar, KW6S, K6MYC, Tom.
K6MYC, KW6S. Yes, good evening, Mike. And I was hearing Bill in good shape as well.
Okay. Well, go ahead and talk to Bill. I'm sure he's waiting for you there. Go ahead. And we got your 610. Thank you. Missed you last night, I think. Or was it? Yeah, I think. Oh, yeah. Well, you said you wouldn't be there, and by golly, you know what? You weren't there.
Yeah, it was my sister's birthday, and we took her out for dinner, and we didn't get home till kind of late, so I had to skip last night.
That's okay. I only called you 25 times before I remembered that you told me you weren't going to be there. No problem. Go ahead and give Bill a call.
Very good. Yeah. AA6S, AA6S, KW6S.
4 on the side.
AA6S, KW6S. Yeah, I've got a lot of kind of noise and flutter on you tonight. Signal strength is good, but kind of something is probably local here, kind of chewing things up. Yeah, I enjoyed getting together with you and Mike there as well. I look forward to seeing you guys again one of these times.
E6VON 1040.
We had a...
Hang on, Adam.
I'm kind of dropping back into it, and I should be
time for 10 meters.
For a while here.
A6S,
KW6S.
Yeah, Roger, that's fine to help. We're moving the antenna about 5 degrees. You can come up over 9. It's pumping about 5 dB over 9 now, Tom. Yeah, that was fantastic. I saw the antenna due west, so I kind of hear over towards the Cascadero going around that way. And man, even with the noise blanker on here, about an half day the noise, couldn't hear anything. Anyway, back to you. Thanks again. KW6S, AA6S, over.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I told a friend of mine that was not going to have dinner there at the event, and I told him about Crawdaddies, and he went there for dinner, and he said, "Yeah, we've been making a mistake going to Brewbakers. So if and when they have it there again, we'll probably head for Crawdaddies." I'll get back to Mike. AA6S, KW6S.
Crawdaddy's always a good place, and the owner comes out. He's real conscientious. He comes out and makes sure you got a good meal and stuff usually. Anyway, let me check with Mike or Ken. You're listening to Bill's signal. He sounds distorted to me, and Mike and Tom said the same thing. So, are you guys hearing Bill good enough to give him an audio report? Mike, are you there? Where's Ken? Is it 10 meter time, Rob?
Yeah, they're over there now. I heard Dwayne just started up. I was hearing Bill, but I didn't look to see what kind of signal.
No, it's just distorted audio. It sounds like he had RF feedback on it. I will look for you when we can hear you better, Bill. Point at me, and we'll give you an audio check in a minute. Anyway, Tom, good to hear you. Anybody else for Tom before we slide on up the bend? Oh, we got to get Lee in here. AF6 United. Lee, are you there tonight? K6MYC in the gas.
Roger, Roger. AF6 United, 1098. The Countdown Bozo. I am here tonight. How you doing?
Oh, we're doing fine, and you got a booming signal over here, just like Tom. You guys are rocking in here like gangbusters there. So sounds like you got the station going pretty darn well and consistent now. And we'll look for you tomorrow night. Hopefully, we'll have better signals on 432. Over.
Yeah, I'll try to be on the right band tomorrow night. And I'll see you then. K6MYC from AF6 United. Back to net.
All righty. It always helps to be have the band switch in the right place, doesn't it?
You got it.
All right, Tom, back to you for any final. See if there's anybody else over here that wants to say hi. Go ahead.
Yeah, good. Yeah, it was kind of had a catch up on paperwork sort of day here, and little bench work, and I'm going to go help a friend with his step IR tomorrow, and hopefully that one can go away one of these days. It's kind of like this never-ending saga of woes, and so I've got papers printed out and test leads made up, and I'm ready to go. Catch you tomorrow night. K6MYC, KW6S.
Yeah, well, good luck with the step IR there. And the long test leads.
Good evening, Tom. KW6S, KM6SRR.
Any copy on Rob, Tom?
You know, I thought I heard him. I've heard him earlier really loud, but if that was him, I just was barely getting it. Now, I do have some kind of nasty noise here that kind of keeps coming up.
Yeah, you were louder earlier, Tom, but you faded out. Now you came about medium. I don't know if you're hearing me now. KM6SRR?
KM6SRR, KW6S. This would be a good contact in a contest.
Yep, good enough to make it, huh? I don't know. I tried peeking all over the place for Lee. I just cannot find him on this band. Anyway.
Do you, I know we talked about, and you said there was at least one band that you couldn't get Lee on. Is this the band?
Yeah, either one of them.
No, I get him on the 432 or the 6 meter. I can't remember which one.
I can hear, Rob.
Tom faded out for me, Mike. Go ahead.
Okay, Lee, give Rob a call.
KM6SRR, I think it is. AF6 United. Do you hear me out there, Rob?
Well, Rob's running about 1,500 and you're not. I guess that's the difference. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. Okay, I'll turn it back to you. AF6 United, back to net.
Okay, well, there you are. That's he was hearing you pretty well, Rob, so you're getting out.
Okay, that's good. Just as long as Lee knows that I'm not prejudiced against him. Over.
No, I don't think that's an issue. We don't practice prejudicity here.
Yeah, thanks.
Boy, Rob's coming way up now for me.
Yeah, you boomed in there that time, Tom. Propagation's all over the place tonight, isn't it?
Yeah. Boy, nothing's changing except the signal strength.
Well, I didn't know you parked in my driveway, but that's good there. Okay, Mike.
All righty. Anybody else for Tom or Lee? And otherwise, we'll move on to the Bay Area. K6MYC Bozo Net, beaming South Bay.
Golf Yankee, WB6GY, Bozo 884.
We'll take you, Phil, even though you're not in the South Bay. So, Judy's got your 884. Good evening to you. Maybe we'll catch you when we get around more towards Sacramento. And any change in your antenna situation on 40?
Greg was able to come over yesterday evening and take a look at it. We've decided what we're going to do in order to correct it. So now all we need is a little bit of time when Greg can get over here, and we'll be in good shape. So my old buddy Greg has pulled me out of the fire again. So thank you there, Mike, for the check-in. WB6GGY, back to you. And Judy, have a good evening. Go ahead, over.
Yeah, good. And you're loud over here tonight. You must be backscattering out of there, so it's sounding good. Very strong. Okay, well, guys, glad you guys have got a plan. The band was really in the tank today. It went bad for a while. I wasn't on for the net in the morning, or not the net, but the group. I overslept, didn't even wake up till quarter to 9. So I just decided to take a shower and give it away today. So I wasn't there, but we'll be there tomorrow, I think. Anyway, good evening, Phil. And
Barbara, have a nice evening.
Yeah. Judy says, have a good evening over there. Over.
Roger on that, and thank you, Judy. She's in the other room right now, but I'll be sure to pass it along. 7-3, you two.
7-3. All we got to do now is get that poor Maryland man back out of that El Salvador prison, and everything will be back to normal. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what I think, but it'd be all 4-letter words.
Okay, I know. See you later. Yeah, Judy says she'll join you. Between the two of you, you can take those 4-letter words and square them up.
Exactly. I'm so frustrated I can't believe it. Anyway, WB6GGY.
Yeah, she is too. I just listen and let it roll off my back, but it's the most massive amount of stupidity. I begin to believe that we're never going to get these guys sorted out. There's a stupid congressman from Maryland and all. The Maryland man, oh my God. Yeah. All right.
Visitors could be held permanently.
Yeah. All right. I bet you there's nobody from El Salvador that's going to travel to Maryland, are there?
I love it. All righty, you two. We'll talk to you later. WB6GGY, and thanks for making me grin.
Okay. See you later. All right. Bay Area, 73 to you, Lee, and Tom, and we'll see you tomorrow night. K6MYC going up into the Bay Area. And who do we have? K6MYC standing by.
285 WB6JNN.
Yeah, good evening. Jim, I'll figure out who you are after a while. I've only known you for 25 years, Jim. 285, yeah. Judy's cracking up here. Go ahead, Jim. WB6GNN, K6MYC.
Yeah, well, it's actually been a little bit longer than that, Mike. We're both long in the tooth. In fact, we got fangs. What can I say? Getting old ain't for sissies, right?
Anyway, it was overcast all day today. We kept thinking, well, it might start to rain any minute, but it never did. So our 15 or 20% or 30% chance of rain went to 0. So far, at least we might walk out and still have a drop or two on us, but I think not a drop at this point. But it was overcast and dark, quite dark all day, so who knows. Anyway, I assume you did not fly today.
No, I didn't get a chance to get out, but it was nice here today. A little haze in the air. This afternoon, some clouds, a few clouds, but not too terrible. In the 60s, and the wife was complaining, but she insists on wearing short sleeve shirts outside. So what can I say? Yeah. Anyway, that's enough. WB6J then.
Okay. Well, yeah. Judy said she was cold too, but I said, well, if you stand in front of the refrigerator long enough, you can get cold. Okay. See you later, Jim. We'll see you tomorrow night, of course. A6MYC poking around in the Bay Area for check-ins. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie in the group.
Kilowatt Bravo 6, Juliet Sugar Mike John. December 1192.
Kilowatt Bravo 6. Quebec. Now, wait a minute. That was way too strong. Give us a call again, and you're a little distorted on the audio, and that's why I missed the Bozo number. Go ahead again. Okay, yes, it is distortion, but I got you that time, John. KB6JSM. I'm not sure what that is. It's like you're stumbling with your audio. Maybe you have a vocal problem there. I don't know. I don't mean to embarrass you, but it almost sounds like you're stuttering into the microphone, but it may not be that. It may be just conditions. I've heard this before on you, and it may be a tiny bit of RF feedback. Maybe the radio is not happy with all the antennas surrounding it. Anyway, you came in really loud when you first called in the first time, and that's the only thing I missed was the call. I thought it was you, but you were so damn loud I didn't believe it. KB6JSM, K6MYC. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It could be an amplifier. It doesn't like the RF or something, but I have to figure it out when I have time. Over.
Yeah, it sounds like only partial parts of the audio. Some of your words, the whole word does not come through. In other words, it sounds like the microphone. Well, it could be something in Class C. When you operate in Class C, I think you're enough of a technician to know when you're in Class C, you have to get enough drive up to the point where the next stage turns on, that Class C stage, and you're just popping on like you're in Class C, and that's what it sounds like, John. I got a better handle on it that time. Maybe that'll give you a clue. It's readable, but I have to listen very carefully and kind of piece it together. So something's not quite right. Maybe you can work with Jim or somebody else that can copy you locally. Let me just see if Jim was hearing the same thing. WB6JNN, did you copy him at all? Oh, darn. Sometimes Jim hangs up the microphone and goes back in the house. Or goes and feeds a cat or something. Anybody else on here? K6MYC Bozo Net looking for the Bay Area.
KE6VON 1040. Try again.
I got you, Adam. Let me get you in here quickly.
RF feedback on peaks. I don't know which, but or oscillations possibly. WB6JNN.
I doubled with you, Jim. I didn't get what you said. Let's see if. Why don't you take it and turn it to John? KB6 Juliet Sugar Mike. You take it, Jim, and turn it to him. Over.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
stand by, Adam.
Sounds like either Class C, like you said.
Copy.
Clicking, or RF feedback of some sort that's like an oscillation on peaks. I'm not quite sure exactly what it was, but there's a clicking kind of a thing going on and an audio dropout. That sort of makes me think that it might be a problem with an oscillation, because that would potentially do that. So that's what I'm hearing here. K6JSM, KB6 JSM, WB6JNN.
Hey, John, are you running the solid state amplifier that you built? Are you sure that that's not in Class C? Over.
It might be in Class C. I'll have to give it a look. It works fine, but I'm in not in Class C. So yeah, you might be right. Class C. I'm just working that over.
Well, a way to check it, if you just put V+ on it And don't put any modulation into it. In other words, take your drive off altogether. Take your drive line connected to the radio off completely, and then just key it up. And you should see idle current. I would imagine on an amp you should see between 50 and 100 mils of idle current when you key up. That means the transistors or the LD Boss is turned on and drawing current. And if you're not drawing current, or you're not seeing any idle current or any collector current come up, then you're not you're in Class C. Over.
Yeah, Roger. I'll have to get that later on.
It's just not right, and I'm sure we can fix it for you. We're not being critical. We want you to sound better, and you're much stronger tonight. So I was hearing this in the past, but the audio and the signal strength was so weak that I couldn't be sure. So I didn't say anything. But tonight it's clearly obvious, and Jim is hearing the same thing. Jim's a very good RF engineer technician, and he understands Class C also. He's worked with me for many years, so you can trust him. You could also trust W6PQL if we can get Jim in here. W6PQL, Jim, are you here? I don't hear him yet. Anyway, that's something you can check out with the local guys before you have the net here, before the net or after or whatever. Good luck, John, and thank you again for checking in. We'll look for you tomorrow night. I think you also check in on 432, but we have a tougher time hearing you there. I think your Bozo number is 1192-1192. Is that right, John?
192.
Okay, we got it. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Anybody else in the Bay Area? We should have a whole bunch here. K6 KLY, KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, W6PQL, KB6BA, WA6AXX. Anybody?
None heard.
Okay, I heard two callers, and I didn't copy either one. If you guys would try it again, just keep repeat your Bozo number about 3 times, and maybe we can pick up something we can identify. Try it again, K6MYC Bozo Net. Well, now I'm not hearing anybody.
W6PQL.
Okay. Hi, Jim. W6 Papa Queen London, K6MYC. How are you doing?
Doing okay. Just looked at the clock and realized it was getting late, so I figured I better get in here. You're not hearing much?
Well, it's pretty quiet. I'm trying to get toward you here. I'm just about 290, a little high.
That probably is about right. You know, last night when you were pointed up there toward, you're just a little bit north of San Francisco by about 5 degrees or so, that was when I got the best signal out of you. I think you were working number 775 at that time, but you went from like S5 to S9 when you did that.
Yeah, I got it. I know you're a little bit north from Jim, JNN, but okay. I was hoping you were in here a minute earlier. We had WB6 or KB6 Juliet Sugar Mike over there by the airport. He's in a very portable situation, as you know. I don't know if you've heard him. He has a little trouble hearing because of all the local noise around that area, but he's got the amplifier on, but it sounds like he's in Class C. And we asked Jim to give us a report on his audio, and Jim said the same thing. It was either breaking up to RF feedback or it was Class C. He's got a homebrew 400 watt amp, and I was asking him if he had idle current, and he's going to check into that. So maybe he didn't put it all together and go through the final steps of setting the idle current yet. Anyway, let's see if he's still in here. KB6 Juliet Sugar Mike, are you still here, Jim? Over. John, go ahead.
Yes, Roger, I am still here. Yes, I have an idea of what the problem is. I have some technical weekend over.
Okay, well, that sounded a little better. I don't know if you've done something already, but that sounded a little better. Let's see if Jim W6PQL could copy. Did you hear that, Jim?
Yeah, John sounds like he's in Class C, like you thought.
There you go. So I think you're on the trail there, John. Good luck with it. How are you today, Jim W6PQL? We're a little short of people tonight. I have John in there. I have Jim, JNN, and that's about it. And yourself. So we're missing some check-ins. Maybe you can listen for Mike. And normally I can hear Mike like a ton of bricks here on 2 meters. Maybe he's just having dinner. W6PQL, and you can stand by for others, K6MYC.
Hello, Jim.
Hello there, is that Ken?
Sure is, WA60IB. Must be something going on because on the 10-meter net, only about half the people that normally checked in tonight too. So something's going on. People aren't coming out to the Radio Shack.
Yeah, probably just one of those nights when there's something equally entertaining on television or whatever, huh?
I turned on 40 meters in the middle of the day. My guys got the second 40-meter antenna up. 4020 is up, and I compared it, and we had no signals on any band. I finally found one station on 20 meters. We had a blackout, over.
Yeah, I tuned in to 20 meters a little bit late this morning. 40 meters, and it sounded like normal activity was there until the morning was over, and then of course the band changes and signals get weak and so forth. But you guys were all gone by then.
I wasn't in there this morning. I overslept, didn't wake up till 8:45 to 9. Anyway, Ken's back from 10 meters. Go ahead, Ken, finish up with Jim there.
Yep, just wanted to say hi. Yep, like I said, 10 meters is a very sparse check-in too, so maybe is there a baseball game going on? I don't know. All right, WA60IB.
Good evening, Jen. W6PQL, KM6SRR. He came up for me about an S4, but I guess he's back down. I know he has noise level there. I'm talking on his new amp here. I thought I'd give more power to him. KM6SRR.
Idling current would be the first step.
He doubled with it.
An amplifier at that power level, he probably only needs half an amp or less of IDQ for it to operate properly. So there's a lot of little amps showing up on eBay. Even one that's close to a kilowatt, but some of them are Chinese made, some of them are coming out of Ukraine. How they able to produce anything out of there, I don't know, with a war going on, but there's still some stuff coming out of there. And some other players in there too. Most of them sell through eBay though.
Yeah, you doubled a little bit with Jim, with Rob, who was calling you there, Jim, so I missed the first part of it. I think John there, KB6JSM, is monitoring, however. He does listen to the stream, so even when he has difficulty copying, he can hear the stream there. So I'm sure he'll think, I think it's a 400-watt amp. He put it together himself, but I don't know whether it was a kit or total homebrew. But I'm guessing that it was a kit, because when I mentioned idle current, he didn't jump on it and say, oh yeah, I did this or I did that, I know about idle current. He didn't seem to be on top of that completely, as if he had done it already. So I think we're on the trail. Yeah, it just sounded like Class C to me. Anyway, there you go. Anyway, Rob was trying to get to you, but I guess you got some noise tonight, Jim.
A little bit. I'm a little bit off of you, but probably more toward Rob, just to maybe 10 degrees south of you. That's where I picked up John. I had to get the atomic null off of him. Hello, Rob. How you doing?
Rob? Rob, and you copying Jim now?
No, he's down into my noise level. But just before Ken got on there, I was hearing him really loud in S4. But propagation's not good tonight. Over.
On the QSB, you're down now, Jim, so we'll give it away for tonight. Anyway, take a standby and see if you can pull anybody out over there in the Bay Area for us, Jim. W6PQL and the Bozo Net, K6MYC.
Maybe Jim knows what happened to Ed.
I think I heard Mr. Eagleson in there.
No, that was Rob.
Oh, that was Rob. Okay. Hello, Rob.
He wanted to know if you knew what happened to Ed.
No, I haven't heard from Ed.
Anyway, give a call. See if you can stir anybody else up there before we go on to N6RO.
Okay. Anybody else in the Bay Area here that's hearing me? W6PQL.
November 5, November Papa Delta 1129.
Okay, we got somebody on this side of the mountain, just on the other side from you. N5 NPD. Go ahead, Brett.
Well, hello, Mike. There, everyone. I just come in here really quick before I go inside the house here. Say hello. Yeah, that's about it. It's about my bedtime. So anyway, I say hello.
Yeah, and I guess you went to bed on us the other night. We were going to go back to you, but no worries. Anyway, good to hear you. Thanks for checking in here. I've got Jim in the Bay Area checking for others, so let's have him do it one more time before we give up on it. Thank you, Brett. 7-3 for now. N5 NPD before you go to bed, K6MYC.
Sorry, Mike. We'll catch you next time.
Good night now. Go ahead, Jim.
Nope, nobody here, Mike, and can't hear Brett because I'm just pointed the wrong way for him.
Yeah, well, he's right toward me. He's just on the other side. He's in not too far from Gustine and Los Banos area.
Yeah, I just don't hear him direct. Of course, I can hear him through the live stream, but not direct.
Yeah, well, he's just shadowed by the mountains here. All right, there's a big hill of dirt between you and he. You guys are both too close to the hills. All right, let's see. One more call to the Bay Area. Anybody else? K6MYC before I go to Oakley. Okay, nothing heard. Here we go to Oakley. Enough. And Oakley, here we go. N6RO, N6 Radio Ocean, K6MYC.
K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835. In the middle of Charlie Mike 97, DX. And let's see, dinner tonight was filet mignon, celebrating all the work that Hector and his assistant Veronica and one of my team, John, did a lot of work in the last 2 days. Did I tell you about what they did yesterday?
Well, sort of, but would you do me a favor and tune down a little bit? You're a little bit high-pitched for me, so you must have me kind of bassy, over.
Yeah, I got to reset that frequency standard. Yeah, how's this now?
That's worse.
How now?
That's worse.
How now?
Yeah, come on down.
Come on down?
Keep coming, keep coming.
Well, here's way down. 08 I'm showing here.
You're not seemingly changing much, over.
Oh, that's interesting. We're talking hertz now.
You sound like you're right on right now.
Oh, okay. How's this, Mike?
Yeah, that's pretty close, and Ken agrees. Go ahead, Ken.
Hi there, Ken. Glad to hear you tonight. WA6OIB here.
Hector and company found the problem with the top 40-meter rotator. It was corrosion, and so that big rack is working now. And let's see what else. Oh, we took down the broken 50-meter Yagi. It was one of the light-duty KLMs. Yeah, it survived for 45 years, but a couple of the hose clamps broke. So we're going to rebuild it and put it actually on another tower. We're going to get a little more fancy with phasing and stuff. And today, Hector installed abrasion protectors on all the ropes supporting the two foursquares, a total of 8 ropes, and he put little slotted pipes at the points of possible abrasion. So now we're not going to have any catenaries fall down. And he moved the 6-meter HO loop that was way up in the middle of the Yagi stack, 6 meters, down to about 80 feet instead of 110 where it was. And he found when he had it on the ground that it had never been completely built right. So I can't remember who put it up there. It's been up there at least 10 years. And but he fixed it, and a couple of bolts were missing. And so it was never working right. I could tell by comparison, but now it's working fine. We still have an SWR problem, but I think it's in the old coax switches I'm using to switch the heliacs in and out. Anyway, that's enough for now. High temperature was 70, and my eyes are sore from the dust. I finally got my tractor mower going, and so I'm using lots of eye drops. Back to the net and 6RO.
Yeah, because you're using eye drops because of the dust you're making?
Yeah, right. Up on the sand dune, the grass has already turned brown, so it was kicking up a lot of dust, and my eyes are already screwed up. The one with the sagging lid, it's bright red right now, so I keep dousing it with eye drops and starting to feel better. Anyway, I'm not going to mow for a few more days.
Or put goggles on, one or the other. Okay, sorry about the eyeball thing. Yeah, my grass is starting to take on that golden yellow tint also. By the 1st of May, or middle of May for sure, we're always golden. All the green is gone except from the northern hillsides. We still end up a little green on the north side, but not for much longer. All righty. Thanks, Ken. Appreciate it. 7-3. We'll see you tomorrow night, of course. What amplifier do you have here on 2 meters?
PGXL.
I'm sorry? Is it a PQL?
Yeah, PQL 2M2000.
It's just something in that radio on 2 meters does not sound right. You sound so much better on 432. You've heard me say this before. Let's see if Ken's hearing it. Ken, do you hear some almost Class C distortion on Ken?
A little tiny bit, yes. I've heard it before, and I think we talked about it before. It's there, very slight, but it is there.
Yeah, let's just ask you a quick question. You can look at the meter and see it on that amplifier. Just turn the audio down, or don't say anything. Don't make any noise, and just key the amp and make sure you're getting about 200 or 300 mils of idle current.
I'm getting 5 mils.
5 mils, yeah, that's not right. It should be 200-300. Jim, W6PQL, are you still here? Yeah, he was just talking to somebody else that had similar problems with a little homebrew amplifier that he had, and I suspect that's why that's not the radio that sounds that way. It's the amplifier making it. Your borderline Class C is what it is. Over.
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure how to adjust it. By the way, I had the drive power way down. I'm back up to about a kilowatt now.
Yeah, well, that makes a difference. When you're driving it low, you're not driving it on all the time, so it makes it worse. That would be another sign. But, I would maybe give a call over to Jim in the morning and have him suggest what you could do. Maybe you can adjust it, maybe you can't. I would think it's got to be something that's really, really simple to adjust. You may not want to do it, but maybe you got one of your techs could do it quickly. Over.
Yeah, okay. Well, probably after the contest, I might take it down to Jim to just do a general checkup.
Yeah, but you could fix this thing really quickly. This is a 10-minute fix once you get the covers off, or however you get into it. I don't know. I've got one of them here, but I have never even opened it. So, well, I shouldn't say that. I think I looked in it once before, but I can't see anything anymore, so my memory doesn't have the pictures that it used to have that I can take mentally. Anyway, just a thought. Give him a call in the morning just quickly and see if he can suggest anything. Over.
Yeah, I'll call in the next couple of days. I got medical stuff tomorrow. Okay, well, thanks for the alert, and we'll track it down, N6RO.
Well, that made sense to me because, you see, the same radio with the same audio and everything doesn't show up that way on 432. And don't hear it on 1296 either, so it's got to be amplifier related. It's just got to be. Thanks, Ken. Sorry to have you put up with this, but I think we can make you sound better. 73.
Oh, well, thanks for the alert. That's a good show. N6RO, see you tomorrow.
745 is here.
745 is here. I thought it was 8:15 already.
KN6SZH.
KM6 SZH is Sugar Zulu Hotel.
Give me a call. KN6SZH.
You got to do it phonetically. They all sound the same.
Foxtrot Zulu Hotel.
The first two letters are not coming through. Key the mic and then talk. Don't talk before you key the mic. Over.
KN6 Foxtrot Zulu Hotel.
Okay, is it Kilowatt Mexico 6?
Kilo November.
Yeah, I didn't get that either. That's why you've got to do this thing phonetically. Well, where are you and what's the name? Over.
Yeah. Eli and Clovis.
Oh, Eli. Okay. Good to hear you there, Eli and Clovis. Now I know who it is. You don't check in that often at your grandfather's place. Great to hear you. Kilo Mike 6 Sugar Zulu Hotel, K6MYC. Very good, Eli, and great to hear you this evening. Thanks for the check-in, my friend. Over.
Kilo? What is it?
Kilo November, I'm sorry. Kilo November 6 SZ8.
Thank you.
You betcha. You can say it. I'll wait for you. You're not bothering anybody. Just say it phonetically all the way through with phonetics on the letters.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let's see. Anybody else where I'm pointed here before we go north? How about N1PPP? Dave, are you here? N1PPP, N1 Papa in Clear Lake, K6MYC. Are you here tonight? Okay, nothing heard from Clear Lake. Okay, let's try it this way. Sacramento, KJ6KFB or KO6KD. Who's there? K6MYC.
Kilo Oscar 6 Kilo Delta, number 776 is here.
Oh, booming signal and very steady tonight, Bill. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. I'm a little less power tonight because I found one of the issues that I've been having is a bad TR relay in the Mirage amplifier. It failed last night, and so we began trying to figure out what it was, and eventually, after diagnosing everything else, we got down to taking the amp out of line and putting the jumper in, and sure enough, we're back on the air again. So anyway, just using whatever I got here off off the 9700 at full power.
Well, that should be more than enough to drive the next stage. Oh, yeah, that's 100 watts, so you're getting 100 watts as opposed to 160 or something. Is the relay not clicking, or is it just dirty?
It clicks, but what's happening is when it fails, it fails on the receive end because everything drops out, and then it doesn't kick all the way back over again for transmit. So anyway, as near as we can tell, that's what it is, because that's the only common denominator of a component. Over.
Okay, well, that's a Guardian relay in there. It's a 1 inch square, more or less about 1 inch square, and the top cover can be popped off. You kind of have to work the top cover off, and the relay contacts are right down close to the board. You could get in there with a business card or something and slide between the contacts a little bit, push on them with a pencil, and see if you could clean those contacts up. That's probably what it is. You can also watch it operate and make sure that there's function of the operation when you're keying it on and off. Over.
Yeah, I'll have to figure out something. Right now it's out of line, and the way things are put together here, I never put this station together with the idea in mind that I was going to have to do a lot of routine maintenance on it, so it's difficult to do anything. It takes time just to get back to where you can disconnect the stinking antenna connection, so anyway, something's going to have to get done here, and I don't know, I got no test equipment here anymore. It's just, we'll figure it out. Either I'll give it to somebody else or whatever. I mean, as long as this is working, and it shows just over 100 watts on the whistle, so that's down from 160 down to 110. Well, that's a little bit, but I don't want to run the radio that hard. I'd rather run the amplifier that hard and not the radio. All right, anyway, I'm taking up time. Have not heard Darren, and I do believe John's out here, so I'll get out of the way. Did not hear you guys this morning. Bad solar flux stuff, and apparently it's going to be that way for the next all the way up through the weekend. Were you guys there this morning at all? I did not hear anything.
Well, I wasn't there, but I don't know about anybody else. I didn't even wake up till 8:45, and I had to go take a shower and shave, so I didn't even go to the radio today, Bill. It's my fault. I really overslept. Judy was on the computer and wasn't watching the clock, and it'd wake me up, so anyway, no worries. I didn't make it, so I can vouch for the fact that the band was blown out by about 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It was gone. The guys put the 40-meter 2-element back up for me, and I tested it, and I couldn't hear any signals on 40 at all. There was nobody. Not a signal on 40 on either antenna. And I went to 20, and I finally found one signal real weak on 20 meters. Over.
Yeah, bad. There's a gal, she does an internet program about solar flux and the sun, and she was talking about a triple threat, plus we got another emerging sunspot that's very active, and another big coronal hole. It's getting to the point to where I'm just kind of shaking my head going, God, are we even going to have an atmosphere left after this thing gets through blowing all that crap at us?
I missed the last little bit of it. You started to flutter so bad I missed it. Say the last sentence again.
I was just wondering if we're even going to have a atmosphere on this planet after the sun gets through blowing all this junk at us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we're all right for breathing. It's just a matter of RF.
Well, it sure is getting bad out there. So, anyway, when was the day that we're supposed to, you guys are supposed to try working Billy over there again?
Well, this is coming up on this weekend. I think he said he'd be ready Friday.
Well, he may be ready, but I don't know. If the bands are as bad as they have been, and yet you still have a long path to Africa, then I think somebody needs to write a book about that.
I will write the book. Okay. Well, I'm not going to try for Friday unless I hear well, we'll talk to Bob tomorrow. He'll have some information. But the last word was Billy said he thought he would be ready for a test on Friday. Now, why he wants to test Friday and not Saturday evening is beyond me. Over.
I don't know. It's just, there's a lot of questions that I don't understand that need to be asked and explained, but I'll never get an answer. I'll just listen. That's all the best I can do, but I would like to be there to hear how I'm hearing everybody. All right, 7-3 for now. We'll look for you in the morning. And good evening to everybody else out there on the Bozo Net, KO6KD.
756.
I'm still transmitting.
Yeah, you're transmitting. I hear you fine, Bill. You're doing great tonight. Go ahead, Darren. We hear you. 756. We're listening. Go ahead.
Well, good evening, Mike. Kilo Juliet 6, Kilo Foxtrot Bravo 756. Checking in for the night. You're sounding wonderful up here tonight.
Yeah, you're sounding good, too. The band isn't gangbusters. It wasn't that good to the Bay Area, but it's pretty good over this way toward you guys tonight, of all things. Should be gangbusters up to Sacramento here. But great to hear you, Darren. Have your parts come in yet?
Negative. No parts as of yet, but we'll keep hoping.
You didn't order them from China, did you?
They may have been, but, hopefully they'll get here and we'll be able to put it back together soon.
Oh, okay, because most of that stuff should be available just on Amazon.
Yeah, I'm not partial to Amazon for some things. Their prices are starting to go through the roof.
Not likely. Okay. Anyway, we're waiting for you. So, good luck when you get the parts there. KF6, KJ6, KFB, K6MYC. Good to hear you. And Judy, you got his Bozo, right? 756? Yeah, she's got you. You're all checked in. I'll go up and see if I can get John, and then we'll go for the Reading boys. Go ahead.
KR6MR, Bozo 759.
See, I could do this all without even moving the antenna. I got you and Darren, two opposite ends of the Sacramento area for me, and you're still coming in beautiful. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, good evening, Mike and Annette and Judy. You're S9 plus about 10. So, very good signal here this evening.
Yeah, same here. Booming. And it was okay last night on 1296. If we just had a few more dB of margin, you would have, your little fades were just going into the noise enough to disturb my ears, and I couldn't pull out all the words. But it was very close. Maybe it'll smooth out as we get more and more towards summer. Looks like 2 meters is really smoothing out nicely here. Good evening to you, John. Thanks so much. And of course, we'll look for you tomorrow night on 432.
Yes, okay, Mike. Doing pretty good here as well. I spent the day in the yard working, and my back or my hip isn't complaining too much.
I have a new saying here, John. A barrel full of weeds a day keeps the doctor away. Over.
Well, I spent a good part of the day pulling weeds, and I haven't seen this kind of weed before. It's like a dandelion, but it's got a real small head with a bunch of little fluffy. So when I pull them out, they're all over the air. They're in my nose. They're all over the place, and it was a mess.
Yeah, boy, you're going to have a ton of them next year, too, if you let those little phony things go. We got a few of them here. We try to catch them before they go to the seed mode. But a few of them get away from you because they get hidden in the bushes and you don't see them. And by the time you find them, the white little seeds are all over the place. thistles are the worst. The little ones don't bother me that much, but the thistles are nasty because they got about 2 to 2.5 inch trunks with thorns all over them, and they're nasty. Over.
Oh yeah, these guys, I have a whole field full of them, thousands of them, and they're just, it's a mess.
Okay, well, don't breathe it in, otherwise you'll have dandelions blowing out your ears. Over.
Well, blowing out my ears or some other place. Anyway, I'll look for you tomorrow night there, Mike. KR6MR.
Okay, well, whatever. I guess that's not a bad place if you're trying to improve the conditions down there. All right, 7-3, John. We'll see you tomorrow night. Let me see if Redding is in here. Redding, how about it? Delta Mike, Charlie November 80, I should say. Charlie November 80, K6MYC Bozo Net, calling and listening. How about it, Rich?
Well, okay. Good evening there, Mike. Good signal right now. Let's see if we can make it in there. My number is 145 up here in good old Redding. Over.
Yeah, booming in. A little fluttery, but basically very strong signal from Redding. Great to hear you. Did you get some rain up there today?
Negative. We got lots of sunshine, though.
Oh, okay, because we had an overcast sky all day, and we had 30% chance of rain, which has now gone to 0% because we didn't get any. But it looked like it could. It was overcast. Just the pukiest of little sun every now and then. That was it. Let's see if Jerry's in there. KO6HS, K6MYC. How about it, Jerry?
Roger, KO6HS 230. We're on the air here. A little bit of flutter on you, but otherwise good signal tonight, Mike. Over.
Yeah, a little flutter on you, too. I may not be quite on you, but I'll tweak it next transmission. But as long as I was copying, I didn't want to tweak it. Anyway, sounds good, and good to hear you. Thanks very much for being there. As always, as I have always said, Jerry, it's so good to have you guys consistently in there from Redding. Too bad you can't get a couple of other fellows on the air from up there on sideband. There's got to be 50 or 60 radios that work on 2 meters in that area, and too bad you can't get somebody up there to get on sideband here and fill it in for you when you want to take a break. Hi. KO6HS, K6MYC, and then up to Rich. Over.
Yeah, I know there's a few out here. They're just not active, I guess. Just no activity other than just the dedicated two. Just a dedicated two here. So that's all we get for now. Very good there. Yeah, we saw some clouds moving in here. Clouds are moving in tonight, but no rain. Just a little clouds. Otherwise, it's supposed to be very pleasant. We'll let you go here at 73, and we'll turn it over to Rich for the final. Over.
Hey, Rich.
Okay, we've had a few over the years that have been on temporarily here on sideband, but they just disappear. They don't hang around too long. So we're the ones that are hanging around. Somebody has to represent Redding, you know. 7-3, KD6 shortwave.
Okay, 7-3, and we'll see you guys on Sunday night. And pretty good, consistent readability of Q5. Very marginal at times, but Q5. So it seems to be stabilizing for as the summer months approach here, guys. 73s, thanks again. KO6KD, I'm sorry, KD6SW and KO6HS 73 K6MYC. Anybody else in the area around Sacramento Valley? Over.
WA6HNA 1013.
Yeah, good to hear you, Greg, and thanks for going over and analyzing the situation with Phil there. What did you guys decide to do?
Well, it's a short tower, and the whole thing just came up like a root ball of a tree that fell over the ground. So we've got a couple of push-up masts that we can get that corner of the loop up, maybe the HF loop that fell over. Anyway, so we can get that back up 20, 25 feet just to begin with, and then we'll try to come up with a longer plan. But anyway, the antenna survived all that. So we're actually using copper weld wire, and tough stuff. So the wire The wire survived it, but the tower came down.
Yeah, too bad. So wouldn't it be easier just to throw up a 40-meter dipole for him quickly?
Well, this shouldn't take too long. I can fix this antenna faster than putting up a 40-meter dipole because the antenna's still good. I just need to put a pole up on his, basically tie it into his fence and stick the wire back up on that pole. That's what we're going to do here in the next day or two.
Oh, okay. Well, the problem is it never worked very well. It should have worked a lot better than it did, and I don't know whether it's the height or what it is, but where he wants to talk, it doesn't play well. I just saw a dipole at 30 or 40. Is that the best he could get? Is 30 or 40 feet up on anything? He doesn't have a tower?
Oh, he's got a crank-up tower, 50 foot or maybe even taller. That's got all of his. It's got 6 meters through 20 on that one. And then we just got a wire antenna. The wire antenna is, like a horizontal full-wave loop on 80 meters. So on 40, it's starting to, the loop is starting to lay down the pattern a little bit. So in the morning, it may be landing in Los Angeles as opposed to Fresno.
It just doesn't work very well anywhere, quite frankly. I'm not impressed with it from what I'm hearing from Phil. It's every place that we work, and Bill works with his modest system down there in Roseville and all. It isn't performing anywhere near what it should do for some reason. And I just thought maybe a dipole would give us a quick reference to see what the hell's going on there. You could stick an inverted V up on hang a little stick out the side of this tower at 50 feet, and an inverted V or a sloper even might be fine. A sloper going north or east or west or something might really do the trick. Over.
Okay. Well, I hadn't heard those comments from Phil, so it's interesting. Anyway, actually, Phil was just calling me a minute ago, so I'll give him a call and I'll brainstorm with him on that. But yeah, we'll have to take a look into it. I think it's been down for a couple of weeks. Was it not performing months ago?
No, it's never worked very well. I know it's been down about 2 weeks or better part of a week and a half. When he really went in the tank very quickly, but about the same time the band failed also, so it was difficult to tell for sure. But no, it's never been a stormer by any means. Over.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and right now it's just warming up his wife's, which is a Japanese maple, I think. It's into the top of that or something, but it's half up and half down. Nothing's on the ground, but it's really close, so it's probably an NVIS antenna at this point. But I guess he still used it for a few times before he realized it was over. So I went over there and see the tower laying over. It's like, oh my goodness. And it wasn't a very tall tower. It's a couple of pieces of a Rowan 25, I think, that he had and stuck in the back corner. So we're just using it as an attachment for the wire antenna. But yeah, he can have whatever antenna he wants. We got plenty of sky hooks to hook it onto. So he's got some trees around there, and well, that has 2 towers that we can still hook it onto. So we can find something.
Yeah, I mean, if you just pull up one end and made a sloper, I think it would work gangbusters on 40 at 45 or 60 degree angle or 30 degree angle even. So anywhere in sloping at 30 degrees or 45 or 60 would probably perform quite well, or as an inverted V as well. All right. Anyway, good to hear you, Greg. Thanks very much for calling in. We're just about wrapping up the net here. So we just got to go to Nevada and see how they're doing up there, and then we'll be all done for the night. 7-3, WA6HNA, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, and I'll tell you what I'll do. I've got a 160-meter loop here that I've actually worked Europe with really well. It just seems to have gained that direction, especially on 40 meters. But what I'll do is, as soon as I get his back up, I'll come onto your 40-meter net in the morning. I'm usually off doing stuff in the morning, but I'll break away one morning and I'll check in when he checks in, and we can do a little comparison shopping on the 2 signals and see how it's working out. All right, K6MYC, WA6HA, Groveland. We'll catch you later.
Yeah, that'll be good. We've got a guy in Montana near Helena We've got K7VO in Olympia, Washington, and we've got Bill, of course, and me, and then several others around the state. Sometimes we get other people down in Southern California and so on. Many times Phil sits there and just can't copy half the stations that are in there, and it's just crazy. So I just got the feeling that wherever the loop is working, it ain't working on 40 meters in the directions that it should be, for him anyway. 7-3, thanks, and see you maybe tomorrow, maybe not. I don't think you have 432, do you? 7-3, Greg.
Yeah, I've only got 10 watts and no antenna up for it right now, so that's another project. So I'll put it on my list, Mike.
Well, I'd hear your 10 watts if you had a Yagi.
All right, well, I've got Phil's Yagi here. I got to go put it on his tower, though.
Okay. Sounds like you got your hands full. Take care. Thanks again. WA6HNA, K6MYC, clear and looking for anybody else before we go to Nevada. And it's all quiet on the Western Front. Let's go up this way. How about KE7UQL? How about you, Daniel? KE7UQL, K6MYC. There he is. Hi, 272. Were you sleeping on the rug again?
Yes, head on the pillow, over.
Oh, head on the pillow this time. Okay. Good to hear you. Well, in all this clatter, have you heard anybody else in here?
No, sorry, but they may wake up in a moment or two.
Yeah, well, you're doing good. You're sounding very loud here. So good signal, and maybe you could make a quick call right at the moment here for Eric up there in 7 Victor Alpha Zulu and see if we can get him in here, over.
Okay, will do. You know, it rained up here, so everything's all wet. November 7 Victor Alpha Zulu, KE7UQL. Are you there, Eric? Mike, did you hear that 1193?
No, I did not hear it. Did he say it?
Yes, Roger. Go ahead, Eric. Call K6MYC.
Okay, we got it that time. You're very light tonight. I pointed up your way, but you're very light. I've heard you much better other nights. 1193, Judy. We got it, and thank you very much for being there, Eric. Thank you very much for being there, and it's also good to know that you have a 222. Excellent on your 222 signal there. Thank you very much, Eric, and you take it and then shoot it back to Daniel, if you will. N7 Victor Alpha Zulu Reno down to KE7UQL in Carson City, K6MYC. Go ahead, Eric.
Okay, N7 Victor Alpha Zulu, good to hear you tonight. And 7-3 back to you, KE7UQL.
Okay, got it. And I'm looking for maybe K7SUN.
Well, Mike, see if you can copy me here tonight. So K7SUN, Bozo number 442. Back to you, Mike.
Why would I not copy you? You're blowing my socks off over here. K7SUN, good to hear you. 442, K6MYC, over.
Roger, Mike. Yeah, I see you got the antenna pointed way more in my direction, so it definitely makes a big difference. Yeah, I missed the last couple because my wife was in the hospital, Mike, so I got her out of the hospital yesterday, so yeah, things are looking up, over.
Oh, my gosh. I'm sorry to hear that. Anything you can tell us what happened there?
Actually, she had an infection in her brain, Mike. She got an infection in her brain and made her memory go completely away.
Oh, boy. And then it comes back after a little bit? And what causes that in the brain? It's not a stroke, is it?
No, it was an infection. So, yeah, she had no memory. She just kept repeating the same questions over and over and over for about 24 hours, Mike, and then they started the antibiotics. At the start of that 24-hour period, and then after 24 hours, it slowly, very slowly, kind of came back. She's still missing a little bit of memory, but pretty much about 85% back.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Hopefully it'll get back to 100% or 99 anyway. I don't think after something like that you'd ever get more than 100 or even close. But if she can get to 99, that'll be great. And I'm glad that you got her in there and got that taken care of, Stan. That's good news. Give her our best wishes. All the boys on the Bozo Net and a few women in here that are praying for her there, Stan. Thanks for checking in, and don't apologize for missing when you have an issue like that. Hi. K7SUN, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, sounds good. Have a good evening. K7SUN, Fallon, clear.
Thank you very much there, Stan. Okay, N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT. How about you, Larry? K6MYC, over. Okay, I guess that's it. We got 3 out of 4. That's not bad. Daniel, good evening to you, and we'll see you tomorrow night, I think, on 432. I think you have that up, don't you, Daniel?
For you, I'll put it up. Can you tell me if you are?
I'm sorry, boy, you were way down on that one.
Okay, we'll do 432. QSL, 432, QSL.
Okay, 432 QSL. Good enough. We'll look for you there. And, boy, Stan was loud. He was so loud I had to turn the speaker down here. He was crushing me. He was so loud. So, big difference. And I think you would be that way in a minute. You just have to wait for the band to come back. 73s to you and 73s to you. Eric, if you're still listening, you probably noticed that my signal went down when I pointed over toward Fallon. But hopefully you still copied some of my 1,500 watts here. Hi. 73s, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow. KE7UQL and the group, K6MYC, clear and closing. Unless you want to try and, you want to give them a call, Ken or Rob?
Whiskey 6, Papa Echo here.
Okay. I don't hear Rob or Ken in there. Good evening again, Mike. W6PE, you're much louder when I'm pointed at you, over.
Oh yeah, that makes a big difference. When I was listening, I was watching the website on YouTube, and when as long as you were pointing in the northerly direction a little bit east, you were very, very strong here. And of course I'm vertical still, so the polarization doesn't match up too well.
Yeah, okay. Well, you're doing fine. And when you get horizontal, you're going to be blowing my socks off down here. Tell me, I guess you got 2 meters, 1296, and do you have? You don't have 432, or you do have 432 and 1296, or 222? Which one's missing?
Okay, the one that's missing is 222. I've got 2 meter 432 and 1296. Right now I'm on my Kenwood 790, and it's got the 23 centimeter module in that.
Okay, very good. Well, thanks for sticking around and waiting for me to get up in your direction. It's a much better copy up this way. How long, you said you had some horizontal antennas up there. How long do you think we'll have to wait for that?
It's a matter of just getting them in the air. I have to run down and pick up something for a mast. I've got the rotator and the antennas, so I just have to find some spare time from the honeydews that I got to get done, and then get up on there and get them in the air. Then I should have all 3 bands horizontal.
Oh, okay, wonderful, wonderful. That'll make a big difference for you there. Alrighty. If you need specialized tubing or lubing tubing or anything like that, or some scrap pieces, you can always touch base with the guys at the plant down on just off of 99 in Fresno. The M² plant, we got a lot of scraps and stuff, so a lot of times we can knock something together if you need a splice or something. We can sell you whole pieces too, but you might have stuff of your own. Aluminum these days isn't real cheap. I don't know whether you're thinking about aluminum tubing or whatever. And I have some scrap pieces here too. You could go through my junk pile and see what you could put together. So if you wanted to do that, you're welcome to come down here. I'm sure I could put you together with some 2-inch sections that would get you up at 20, 30 feet, something like that. So that's a possibility as well. Don't go buying brand new stuff. You can avoid it. Over.
Okay, well that sounds pretty good. Yeah, right now I've got a push-up mast that I'm using. I've got the vertical on the end of that, so I was just going to put the rotator on the end of that. And I just then had to get a 5-foot section to put on the rotator and then mount the beams on that.
Okay, well maybe what you ought to do if you have a drive into Fresno one of these days is to take a swing by here. I can tell you how to get here, or you can Google it on the Google map and come up and see us and take an inventory, because I've got a lot of stuff here that I'll never use. It's laying around. It's in great big long lengths and short lengths and all kinds of different stuff here. And the other guy that's got some stuff up here is Frank, W6BBS. He's still got quite a bit of stuff here that he might be able to part with. But I've got so much stuff here, so pretty sure we could put together something for you of interest, aside from the push-up mast, maybe a secondary one for 1 band or whatever. Anyway, put that into your plans to stop by here and see us. If you're going down 41, you could turn off of 41 on, what is it, 208. Yeah, you turn off on 208. There's a service station and a little 7-Eleven or something on that corner. And turn east on 208 and just head on out. There's a stop sign up about 5 miles. And at that point, the road changes its name to 211. Another 2.5 miles up 211, and you spin off on 216, and I'm at the top of the hill on 216, an eighth of a mile from that junction. Over.
Okay, well that sounds pretty good. I think maybe I'll plan on doing that, if for no other reason than just to drop by and say hi and see your station.
Yeah, absolutely. Always welcome. Take inventory here. Maybe we could even put some better antennas under your arm, depending on what you have. All right, 7-3. I'm going to get out of here. I think we're done for the evening, but good evening to you. K6 MYC clear with W6 Papa Echo, and I'm going to go back to the Bay Area for a quickie. Oh, hey. Yeah, just a second. Do we have your number, Mike?
You should. It's 620-620.
Yeah, you're so far out of order. I keep thinking, I can't put him in there at 1190 and 1190, 1189. No, because you're new to me. But the 620 is an old number. Okay, thanks. 7-3.
All right, sounds good. Yep, and half time for me to head to bed. So you have a great evening. 73, W6PE clear.
7-3.
Yeah, I got to go to the airport, Mike.
Okay.
KM6SR.
Okay, good evening, Rob. We got you, and Judy will get this logged, sorted out probably sometime in the morning, and shoot it over your way. Take care.
Yeah, I've been keeping logs, so I'm good on that. I've got a total of 41 right now. If you pick somebody up in the Bay Area, you have to let me know about that. Over.
Okay. Did Aaron check in tonight?
Yeah, he was on early setting that up.
Yeah, we didn't hear him at all, so we'll check Aaron and Brittany on 1079 1100. How much?
41.
41. We have 41.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, early on we had Aaron and Brittany, and then John, KG6QHK, and then of course Bill was in there earlier, but he came back in later too.
Yeah, we got everybody. Thanks.
Okay, 73 all, KM6SR, going QRT.
Okay, say hi to Candy. We'll see you. Okay.
Hello.
Hello, go ahead, Jim. Go ahead, Jim. Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, I was listening to Ken. Let me kill the live stream here while I'm talking to you. I was listening to Ken, and I was hearing the same distortion that you were. He was reading 5 amps on his meter, though, not 5 milliamps. So I don't think it's crossover distortion. My first guess would be something like RF feedback, or could even be a noise blanker on your end. You know, I didn't listen to him direct because he's pointed at you, and so was I. I have heard him direct before and hadn't noticed it, so that could be one or the other, but I don't think it's crossover distortion.
Well, the reason I picked that is because he's got 9700. It's clean on 1296 and it's clean on 432. And it only distorts on 2 meters. And when I heard John KB6JSM's clipping, it's much worse than Ken's, or was, but that gave me a clue that it might be that same thing on Ken's amp. It just never dawned on me before that it could be the amp. I was thinking that it could be feedback or something, but the 2 meter antenna is a long ways away. He shouldn't be getting any RF feedback or anything like that. So something else going on just on 2.
Yeah, okay. You don't hear it on him barefoot?
Well, I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't either. We're going to have to get him to point over this way and talk and make sure noise blankers are off and all that sort of thing. Might save him a trip.
Yeah, so why was he drawing 5 amps of idle current? That's way too much. He should be, what, 1 to 2 amps max?
No, you got the same thing in yours. Each one of those devices is 2 amps, and then there's a little bit of current that's drawn by a bleeder resistor. So him reading 5 amps on the meter is probably pretty close.
Okay, oh, I forgot there was 2 devices in there. Yeah, I'm just still thinking of 1 device. So that's why I kept saying 2, a little bit more than 2 amps. Okay, good enough. Makes sense. Got to teach him how to read a milliamp meter. All right. Thanks for the feedback, Jim. Hopefully we'll get him sorted out there. Take one more standby for anybody else in the Bay Area. We're really light in the Bay Area tonight. K6MYC Bozo Net. Late checks are missed.
WB6WNI1090, just done with dinner, and I heard you and Jim really loudly tonight.
1090, we got you. And good evening, Gary. And let's see, where is Mike tonight? KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Where are you, Mike? Did you hear him at all tonight, Ken, Jim?
No, I guess he's taking the night off tonight.
That's weird, because he's been very consistent. He's on there every band. All right, well, no worries. I just didn't want to leave him out if he was going to show up here, but we certainly had enough time to check in with somebody. All right, Gary, I'm not going to hold it here. We're getting ready to walk out the door when you popped in there, so good to have you in here. I did hear you tonight on 6 meters. It's still, I'm going to say the same thing, though. It ain't working right. Something wrong on 6. What's the antenna again?
Well, Mike, I know I want you to be firmly seated because I know you can hear me on 2. You're just blasting in. It's really the antenna. It is first a vertical, and it's a 10-meter vertical that I'm pushing onto 6. So I think what you want to say, Mike, it's a miracle you can hear me.
It is a miracle. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Okay. You need to get horizontally polarized, buddy. All right. Now that I know that, I'm not going to bug you anymore. If you want to check in, fine. But I did hear you. You'd be better off just taking a piece of wire, 80-inch, no, what would it be, 120, 240, 250 inches in diameter, and a little over 20 feet in diameter, and putting that in a loop and feed that at the bottom, and you'd be way ahead. That'd be horizontally polarized full-wave loop. Over.
QSL, yes, after listening to your comments on Monday, Monday, I was thinking, yes, the dipole would not be that hard, and it would be very cost-effective. Back to you.
Okay. All righty. Well, you make up your mind. If I can help you with something, let me know. Otherwise, we'll let you go to it. It would be nice to have you a little bit more signal strength on 6 meters there. Yeah, you're radiating straight up with that thing. When you get a long vertical like that, it doesn't radiate horizontal against the ground. It comes up to about 45 degrees. So it's a vertical, but it ain't performing like a quarter wave. 7-3, good evening, Gary. We'll catch up with you. K6MYC, clear with WB6WNI. One last pause for anybody else, and we're gone.
Whiskey Victor Lima.
Whiskey who? Again, the whiskey?
Whiskey Victor Lima, Charlie Mike 97 Modesto.
Oh, Whiskey Victor Lima. What is it, 1192?
1179.
1179, okay. 1179. I'll get Judy to put that in there too. Thank you. You're late. I'm not going to chatter with you, John, but good to hear you. KB6 Whiskey Victor. No, it's not KD. What is it? KJ? No, KB? Can't remember the prefix. Whiskey Victor Lima, K6MYC. Go ahead.
Kilo Delta 6 Whiskey Victor Lima. Yeah, Mike left at 7:30, drove 50 miles, picked up the grandson, came back, ate dinner, and still got to check in.
Okay. Give me the prefix again. You didn't come through well on that. Over.
Okay, Kilo Delta 6 Whiskey Victor Lima.
KD6. Okay. I guess when you're out of order, I can't remember to call. Hi. All right, 7-3, John. We'll see you maybe tomorrow night. KD 1179. Yeah. KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima. K6MYC 7-3.
7-3, Mike. KD6 WVO.
And the